Bonjour tout le monde! Hello everybody! This might not work because my camera is like on my bed, and obviously I'm on my bed and I'm doing a jig and it's making you also do a jig. I am quite ill right now. Boo, you whore. Basically, I have decided to make like a lot of the Christmas presents for my family this year. I'm making my brothers and my dad some socks. I made my mum something, but she'll watch this, so I don't want to say what it is. And then I'm gonna make something for my sister, and I know for a fact that she does not watch these videos. So she is also a really keen knitter and she crochets as well. And I think that she has quite a lot of the stuff that you need for like knitting and crochet. So I didn't really know what to get her in terms of like accessories, but I've done loads of making this year and I'm moving out of my flat in January, and so I'm gonna need to kind of get rid of a whole load of stuff. Everything is gonna have to go. And over the, I guess, 3 years that I've been here, I've been putting all of my scraps into a bag because I like to recycle my scraps. And I think in the time that I've been here, I've done one trip to the scrap recycling. So I've definitely like made more scraps than this. But currently I have this whole bag of scraps and I'm gonna take them to the fabric bin up the road. But before I do, I thought that I could maybe use some of these scraps to make something for my sister. A lot of them actually are in the same colorway, which is kind of weird because I wear quite a lot of colour, like different colours, and don't wear that much blue. But I have so much fabric in this, like blue, blue and white, blue and white, blue and white, blue and white. And I just thought like all of those together maybe could make something cute. There's a bit of red in there too, but I can just take the blue and white bit from that. So yeah, maybe I'll do something with those. I'm just having a browse on Pinterest to see like what kind of design I want to do and what I enjoy. I've just searched knitting project bag. I don't really know what else to search. Ooh, that's good with pockets in. And it's Petite knit. That makes so much sense because Petite knit are incredible. So I like the quilted look, and I think when you do scraps as well, having like a quilted pattern over the top of that really kind of helps to tie them all together. So I think I will definitely quilt it. Then I don't have anything to go in between. And I don't know whether, like, do you need to quilt with batting or can you just quilt 2 pieces of fabric together? I don't really know. I like this one because it has pockets for the different needles and everything. I think she knits on circulars. I knit on circular needles. I don't know if she does. Do like that it has different compartments. Here's another picture of it. Oh, so it's got like all the way round. That would be quite simple actually, because I could literally do a circle for the bottom, quilt that, and then a band for the side of the bag, quilt that, and then a band for the pockets. If I can work out how she does this, maybe let's have a look on the website. So this would be nice in like all denim. This one is bigger, and I like that it has the drawstring on the inside. That's basically a tote. I don't know what to do. What's this one? Artifact. Oh, okay. Don't know what that's for. Oh, that's so clever. That's for like putting your yarn through. But then you're kind of stuck, like you kind of have to, I guess you can take it off the bag. Anyway, I'm not going to do that. That's too much effort. That is very cool. That's nice. DIY la pochette avec rabat à frou-frou. What? So that's cool because that's basically a tote, drawstring, strap. But then where do you put all of your like needles and stuff? Je ne sais pas. This is frustrating. Let's search drawstring tote. Okay, no, you're not understanding what I mean. Okay, let's search best knitting project bag. Okay, she's spenny. She's spenny, so she better be good. I like that. Notion pocket. I'm not going to do a zip. Can't be asked. This is really hard. It's not meant to be hard. It's meant to be easy. What I'm going to do, I think, is just start sewing together bits of these fabrics and make them into a nice little patchwork. I think. Is that a waste of time if I don't know what I'm doing? Probably. Probably. Anyway. Okay, that's as far as we've got for now. I'm going to play around with the fabrics and I'll check back in when I've made a bit of progress. But this is like a very new... I literally had this idea like 20 minutes ago. So yeah, we'll see how it actually goes and how it turns out. I like the idea of making something for her though. Hopefully she'll... Like, I feel like, because knitting is something that we both do, that it's a nice, like, bonding point for us. Guys, I just had one of those moments where I was like, wait, am I going to do some GCSE maths? I was trying to work out the circumference. So, like, you got the base of the bag, if I'm going to do the, like, bucket bag, right? So you got the base of the bag, and then I need to find out the diameter. No, I know the diameter of the base of the bag because on the Petite Knit website it says 22 centimeters wide. So I have the diameter of my circle and I need to find out the circumference of my circle. And I was like, holy hell, is she about to use pi? Am I about to use pi for the first time in my life outside of an obligatory exam setting? And then do you know what I did? I Googled it. That's what I did. I Googled circumference from diameter. And do you know what? There's websites, guys. There's websites for this. So, because I can't remember the flipping... circumference equals pi over 2 pi r. 2 pi, what does that mean really? 2 pi r. 2 pi 2 is that 2 of the pi or 2 of the r? Because I have 2 of the r because 2r radius is diameter, right? So is it just pi times... But then I'm going to use a calculator for that anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't do 3.142 times 22 in my head. Oh, yeah, I can. It's like 67-ish. 67 and a half. Okay, this will be fun. Okay, I'm recording my screen. Okay, I'm recording my screen. No cheating, right? This has been a continuous flow of video. So I think, this will be so weird if this works. I think that the circumference of my circle is 67 let's round up to 67.5. I think I need a piece of fabric 67.5 centimeters long, because I think that is the circumference of my circle. My circle has a diameter of 22 centimeters. So I'm putting it into the calculator now, which I'll put on the screen. Oh, 69. I was close. I was fucking close, to be fair. To be fair, you know? Did I get pi wrong? Is it 3 point... I thought it was 314, but maybe it's 3. Okay, well now we're Googling what is pi. What is pi? It is 3.14. 3 times 20. I don't know. Anyway, I was close. I was closer than I thought I would be, so I'll take that. Okay, we've come onto the floor. And actually you can't see what I'm doing on the floor, so this is a stupid angle. I'll explain it in a minute and also ignore all of the mess. So I have this much denim left over from the denim jumpsuit, which I think I'm going to put that video out before I put this one out, probably, depending on like the chronology of stuff. But yes, I have this much fabric left. It's literally a tiny scrap. I basically nailed how much fabric I bought. Like I pretty much got it spot on, which, look, I don't want to brag, but it's kind of a special talent of mine. It's kind of impressive. Okay, so I have this much fabric left and it's not very much. This is selvage denim. It's super narrow. So I think it's like 80 centimeters wide and I have about 30 centimeters left of it, which basically means that I have the perfect amount to do this project. And I'm actually thinking, because I have 80 centimeters, I might not, I was gonna cut this down to the diameter that we just worked out over there. But actually if I've got 80 centimeters, why don't I just make a bag that's this wide and I'll just cut the bottom of it here so that it's the right like height, so it's all an even height. And then I'll just make the bag the size of this. I feel like that makes sense. And then I can just do scraps for the lining. I'm just going to do a little bit of reverse maths now to try and figure out what do I need to figure out? I have the circumference. Okay, so now I have the circumference of my circle, which is, it is, drumroll please, 81. But then I need to minus something for seam allowance. So let's minus 2 for seam allowance, which means it's 79. So 79 circumference, it is 25.14. So I'm going to make a circumference, a circle of my, a circle with a circumference of 25 centimeters. Jesus, this is harder than I thought. I've changed angle, sorry. Basically, I have a little bit of an issue. Just a little bit of an issue, not a big issue, but essentially, you know the maths that we just did? We worked out that we need a circle with a diameter of 25 centimeters. This piece of fabric is like, she's well long enough. She's got loads of width in her. But in terms of the length, can you see that? 26 centimeters long, which basically means that I don't have any seam allowance. Oh, I don't really know what to do. I was kind of really hoping this bit of fabric would work. Maybe I patch it and have 2 pieces on the bottom and like split the circle so I have like a half circle. And if I did one that was like 25 centimeters to there plus 2 seam allowance, and then it would need to be 12 tall, 12 and a half plus 2 seam allowance, 14 and a half. And then I could do the other one there. That might work. Okay, do you know what I'm going to do? I am actually going to make like a template out of paper, because I think this should fit on an A4 piece of paper, and then I can just cut it out on my fabric, almost like a dress pattern. Yeah, and then I'll have something that I can work off for the lining as well, so that's good. Okay, so we've made a little bit of progress. I've cut out the bottom. Oh, I don't know if you can see that, but it's 2 semicircles. The seam is like there, so it's actually wonky with the quilting, but whatever. And I've quilted the horizontal lines, and I did those by like following the lines on this fabric, which is very handily striped. But then I came to do the vertical lines to cross it, and I was like, I have no idea how do you quilt like vertically along stripes and get it straight? I have no idea. So what I'm going to do, I think this is the only way that I can think to do it. I think what I'm going to do is draw my lines in chalk. The thing is, these stripes aren't like 100% straight. They are a little bit wonky. It's fine. I'll just try my best. That's all you can do. I kind of love this. I just finished the quilting on the bottom. I'm not sure if you can like properly see the colours in the camera, but I used the kind of denim thread, and I love the way it looks kind of jeansy. It's so cute. And then on the other side you can kind of just see the horizontal lines, you can't see the vertical lines as much. I love it. I love it. I'm actually going to want one of these for myself, I think. And also, little public service announcement, I didn't put any batting in the middle of this. I didn't put any wadding or like anything to make it thicker, and actually I think it's perfect. Like, I think it is the perfect weight for a bag. So, heads up, if you are going to do a similar project, you don't have to put batting in the middle. We've learned something today. Okay folks, another day off sick from work today. Feeling quite poorly. So we have another day at home, home alone again, which is nice because it feels like I can actually film and like talk out loud without being self-conscious of my flatmates. I'm actually really excited about this, and it's really been making me think about how when you're making something for someone else, like I'm perfectly happy to put in all this effort and like make it really beautiful and be really kind of proud of it. But when I'm making something for myself, I'm just like, I would never be bothered to do this. I probably wouldn't even start because I'd just be like, nah, can't be asked. So that is a lesson there. I finished the base of the bag. I did this like grid quilting, and then I did the same thing with this one, except that I also did diagonal lines to make this really nice star pattern, and I love that. The only thing I wonder is because if you look at these two, like obviously these squares are different sizes to these squares and these squares, so part of me wonders whether I should have maybe done them the same size, but it's fine, it's supposed to be a mix and match. I'm going to put these two together. I need to add the pocket onto the inside of this one, and I am not sure exactly what fabric I'm going to do that in. I suppose these are some options. I have this little bit of, I think I have more of this in my scrap bag, but I have this little bit of lining that's like a nice pinstripe, good quality cotton, and then I have this, I have a lot of this blue linen, but actually I think that I might use this bit for the drawstring that goes around the top. because there's a nice big amount of that and I will need a big amount. So yeah, today we're going to do the pocket. We're going to attach these, maybe finish it, who knows, we'll see. But I have 3 more pairs of socks to make, plus 2 stockings, plus a project bag for my sister. What have I done? What have I done? I have almost finished the main part of this bag. So I've put this strip here with pockets on. So this is just like a big old strip of the same fabric that's lining the denim. But on the inside, I put this gingham, and I kind of thought that you'd be able to see the gingham a little bit more, but you can't really see it, but that's okay. And then I bound the edge of that with bias binding. And then I did a white thread on top so that you can't see it. And on the back, I did a dark blue thread that matches the denim, so you can't see that either. And I basically just stitched lines for the pockets, like here, and then there's one here, and then there. So you can't really see them. But here I've done narrower pockets. So they are like 1 square wide. I don't know whether that will annoy her that you can't see where the pockets are. But my idea was that from like here to here, these ones can all be for like double pointed needles or like anything tall and narrow. And then here, this is as wide as this one, and they all go like all the way down to the bottom of the bag. So the next bit that I need to do is I'm going to stitch these 2 edges together to basically make this into a tube. Maybe I will bias bind it. Yeah, I think I'll bias bind it because I only left 1 centimetre seam allowance and it's a bit thick for a French seam anyway. So let's bias bind that, turn it the right way around, and then sew it onto the base. And then it will really start to look like a bag. I kind of want to create like a label or something so that it's really unique to her. Something that says her initials, or maybe, I don't know, like Poppy's knitting or something like that. And I think I'm going to embroider it using these. I have these stitches on my machine. This is one of the really cool things about the Bonina, and actually one of the main reasons why I don't have an industrial. I think if I had room for an industrial and a domestic, then I would definitely have an industrial. But while I've only got room for 1 machine, like these stitches are so fun. And when you actually get the chance to play with them, it's really nice to do that. So I have the letters down here, but then I also have all of these decorative stitches. So I'll give something a go with this. And I think I'm going to do it in a red, because her name's Poppy, so poppies are red. I haven't used these stitches in a while, so it's good to refresh, you know? So this machine has a setting where you can do like 1 of the stitch and then it will stop, or you can do a repeat and it'll do a whole row. And you can program this to do a like consecutive letters, so you can spell something out, but I can't remember how to do that right now, so I might need to Google that if I do want to do that. But I did P, and here are all of my P's. But you can see the kind of white, I don't know if it's going to focus that close up, but you can see like the white thread poking through. That is because I forgot to do the thing that you do with your bobbin when you're doing like buttonholes or any kind of embroidery stitch. When you thread up your bobbin, the bobbin has this little arm on it, and it's really important that you put this thread, so you thread your bobbin as normal, and then you put this thread through the tiny hole in the end of the arm. It's very fiddly. Oh my god! There we go. Okay, so you put it through the hole in the end of the arm, and it just adds a little bit more tension to the bobbin, which basically means that it's going to be pulled to the back more than normal. which means that you won't see it from the front, which is very, very good. That's cute. That's a really cute one. Bee. Bee. Yay. The other thing that I could do, because it's not really looking as pretty as I want it to, I could do her initials in satin stitch and like freehand them. It's just risky because then I have to basically draw with the sewing machine and I'm not very good at that. Okay, I prefer that as a look actually. Need to make some changes, but I prefer the satin stitch definitely. I'm going to change the foot. Most machines will come with this embroidery foot that has like an open toe and it has a wider track. Like this one, the track stops, but this one, the track carries on, which means that the embroidery can carry on underneath and it doesn't kind of jam. It's amazing how like the tiniest mechanical changes can completely change how a machine functions. I just find that mad. Interesting. We've learnt some things. We've learnt that satin stitch definitely looks better than my machine's kind of attempt at embroidery. We've learnt that turning corners is hard. Yay! That's good, I did it. Pretty good, huh? Pretty good. Cool, so I reckon we can do her initials. I think she'd like that. Second guessing myself now, but I think she'd like that. I think it might be cool to use the selvage on the label because it has this red on it. That's kind of nice. Yeah, I think I'm going to use it. I just don't know, should I use it on the bottom or on the top? Change plans. I'm going to do a kind of like a serif, like capital letters serif, where like the verticals are wider than the horizontals. We'll see how it goes. I've had a little drink on a snack break. Let's get back to it. It's not the neatest row of satin stitch I've ever done, but it's not bad. Oh, that's so good. That is a beautiful row of satin stitch. Ooh, let's do it again. Oh, that's so nice. I'm gonna have to redo the first one because those two are so good. And then that one just lets the side down. Beautiful. 3. 1, 2, 3. I am so chuffed with that. I think that looks so good. What the hecky? I am so pleased with that. Okay, now I've ironed it. The only other thing I need to decide is where to put it on the bag. Oh, maybe she'd prefer it right at the bottom. I'm a little bit scarred because when I did that jumper for my brother, he wants me to take the initials off of it. So I don't want her to feel the same. I don't know. I'll put it on the inside at the bottom. It's safer. If it was for me, if I was making this for me, I would put my initials right on the outside because I think that's really cool. But it's not for me. C'est la vie. I have to do it for the people that I'm sewing for. It's so flipping cute. I'm so pleased with this. Cute! It kind of reminds me of school uniforms somehow. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my goodness. That is so cute. Holy hell. And you can't even see it from the bottom. You literally can't tell that it's there. Okay, I think the time has finally come to maybe sew the bottom on. Oh no, I need to do this French seam first. God, it never ends. You'll never guess what. Oh, I put the bottom upside down. That's the bottom, and those are the pockets in there. So the bag is supposed to go like that. And I've put the fucking top on the bottom. And I've bias bound it and everything. I've top stitched it. How have I done that? Oh, it was going so well. That's so dumb. Oh, mate. I think I'm gonna call it a day, but I'm just gonna go knit and eat some chocolate and have some tea. But I hate leaving a project with a mistake, because like this is the moment where I really just want to put it down and forget about it. But if I do that, I'm never gonna pick this up again, because the first thing I have to do is unpick. So they always say like the key to not having works in progress is to always leave it with like, you know what the next step is and it's pinned and it's ready to go, and all you have to do is just sit down at your sewing machine and just go. So if I don't unpick it now, I know that I am going to really regret it. Oh God, that's such a stupid mistake. Oh. Okay, it is currently, as you can see from the clock, 6:30, and I have literally been here all day. But it's done! I'm actually so happy with it. I'm so, like, I keep, like, seeing her face when she's gonna open it, and I think she's gonna love it. I think my favourite bit is just, like, peeking inside and seeing the little peck. I still need to figure out a strap, but yeah, one Christmas present pretty much done. Like, this has not cost me a penny. I owned all of this equipment already. I owned all of the fabric. Like, believe it or not, it's kind of hard to believe because it's barely made a dent. I mean, it literally hasn't made a dent in this scrap bag. I literally still like, it's so heavy. I feel like it's added to the scrap bag somehow, but actually all of this fabric came out of that scrap bag. Sounds like like I'm saying crap bag, lol. And it's like, it's one of my favorite things. There's something so satisfying about using something up, like properly. You know, there are those things like old packets of paracetamol, and then you're out and about and you didn't bring the paracetamol with you, so you buy some more. So then you've got like 5 open packets of paracetamol and none of them are finished, and so you can't throw them away, but none of them are full. And together they would all make one full pack of paracetamol, but they're all in like different ones. It's one of my favourite things, like finishing those things off and throwing them away and being like, we are back to normality. Hello gang! I have updates. The bag is finished. I added a strap. I actually added 2 straps. So I went for like a kind of tote bag situation. Can go over the shoulder, but also able to be kind of carried like that. And then when it's closed, so you can kind of close the drawstring in the middle like this. It's not as like smooth as I would like, the kind of drawstring function. You know, it's a little bit to get that shut, but I'm not really sure what I can do about that. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. I think it's really cute. I really like the quilting. I think it's easy to carry if I put all of that lot in there. Cute. I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's really sweet. I really hope she likes it. There's the bottom. There's all the quilting on it. Obviously inside I've got the label I made for her. Is the label I put in the bottom. I'm really happy with it. I think it's really cute. Didn't cost me anything. It's just a cute little addition to her Christmas list.